University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, a specialist college takes on a campus university in this battle for a place in the second round. As the team should know by now, the losing team tonight will qualify to play again if they can manage a score that's among the 4 highest losing scores of these first-round matches. The Royal Veterinary College is part of the University of London. It has around 1,800 students, 80% of whom are women. It began life in Camden in 1791 as the London Veterinary College, which pretty much heralded the birth of the profession in the UK, and it's now the country's major provider of vet education. But we're not interested in their ability to look after sick puppies. We want to find out if they know anything. Let's meet the vets.
Hi, I'm Rob Scally-Pope from Liverpool, and I'm reading a PhD in morbilliviral pathology.
Hi, I'm Ali Anderson. I'm from High Stittenham near York, and I'm studying veterinary medicine.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Ben Huntington. I'm from Woodcote in Oxfordshire, and I'm reading veterinary medicine.
Hi, I'm Mary Kinge. I'm from Sedgefen in Suffolk, and I'm studying veterinary nursing.
The University of York was founded in 1963 and is home to around 13,000 students. Its main campus at Heslington is, of course, home to a famous flock of ducks whose welfare is constantly in the thoughts of University Challenge viewers. So it's with a heavy heart that we have to announce that the most famous of them, Trevor the duck, who acquired a large number of friends through his own Facebook profile, has passed on. Shame the opposing team weren't on hand to resuscitate him, really. Still, we must get on with it, so let's meet the York team.
Hi, I'm Tom Keane from Bury in Lancashire, and I'm reading music.
Hi, I'm Paul Jones from Southport in Lancashire, and I'm doing a PhD in modern literature.
And their captain.
I'm Robert Mitchell, I'm from Nottingham, and I'm reading biology.
Hello, I'm Magdalena Skobler, I'm from Croatia, and I'm doing a PhD in history of art.
Well, you all know the rules by now, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first start of a 10. What 5-letter word links an incandescent particle, a vital animating or activating factor, and a device...
York Jones.
Spark.
Spark is right. The first set of bonuses, York, are on Westminster parliamentary procedure. Firstly, for 5 points. What term is used for the disciplinary procedure by which the Speaker excludes an MP from the House for a period of 5 days for disregarding the authority of the Chair?
It might be naming.
Naming.
Correct. In the Commons, what is the precise qualification for being elected Father of the House?
Oh, you have to be the oldest. Oh, no, the longest-serving MP.
Longest-serving?
Yeah. Oh, is it oldest? It's oldest.
Oldest MP?
No, it's the longest unbroken service as an MP. Traditionally, MPs being commoners aren't permitted to undergo what process within the Palace of Westminster. As a result, if they should happen to undergo it, it's officially recorded to have taken place in St Thomas's Hospital over the river.
Giving birth?
No, they're allowed to give birth, they're just not allowed to die. 10 points for this. Including the definite article, what 2-word colloquial term is used in a derogatory sense for persons, groups or corporations in a position of power to whom one may sell out, in a laudatory sense for someone who stands out among their peers, and in the words of Lou Reed, a drug dealer?
York Keane.
The man.
The man is right. Your bonuses, York, are on nonsense. Meaning insincere or pretentious talk, what word derives from the slang name for an 18th century theatrical device or gag employed to draw applause from an audience?
Any ideas?
Slapstick.
No, it's claptrap. Also used to describe illicitly distilled liquor, which term has a longer history as a description of romantic piffle? Yeah. The word possibly derived from the illusory images produced upon the surface of water at
Moonshine.
Night. Correct. Which synonym for empty drivel is a figurative use of a term dating probably from the 15th century and used originally to describe the swill from a brewery fed to pigs?
Hogwash.
Hogwash is right. 10 points for this. What name is given to the Latin translation of the Bible produced by St Jerome in the 4th century?
York Jones.
The Vulgate.
Vulgate is right. Your bonuses are on a composer. His works distinguished by their expressive melodies and rococo charm. Which prolific composer, born in Italy in 1743, is noted for the minuet from his string quartet in E, Opus 13?
Vivaldi.
No, it's Boccherini. Boccherini was both influenced and admired by which composer born in eastern Austria in 1732?
It's not Handel. No, Handel.
No, it's Haydn. Boccherini was a virtuoso performer on which stringed instrument, for which he wrote numerous concertos and sonatas?
Violin.
No, it's the cello. 10 points for this. What word completes the following rhyme? A summary by Lewis Fry Richardson of his paper, The Supply of Energy to and from Atmospheric Eddies. Big whirls have little whirls that feed on their velocity, and little whirls have lesser whirls, and so on to...
York Jones.
Infinity?
No. Any of you vets want to buzz? It's viscosity. 10 points for this. Who said, I was beaten by a gymnast and a bloody horse last year before being named 2007 BBC Sports Personality of the Year?
RVC Pope.
Zara Phillips.
No. York?
York Keane.
Joe Calzaghe.
It was indeed, yes. Zara Phillips doesn't swear, I'm sure. Your bonuses are on Sir Isaac Newton, York. By what name do we now know the branch of mathematics that Newton, when he discovered it, called the science or method of fluxions?
Mechanics.
No, it's differential calculus. According to Newton's law of cooling, the rate of loss of heat from a body is proportional to what?
Surface area.
No, it's its excess temperature over that of its surroundings. The first workable model of which astronomical instrument was constructed by Newton around 1668?
No. Astronomical telescope. Telescope.
Specifically?
A mirror telescope.
Yeah, reflecting telescope. Yes, I'll accept that. We're going to take a picture round now, Royal Veterinary College. Maybe you'll get going with this. Your picture starter is the name of an island as it appears in the local language. For 10 points, please name the island.
York Scobler.
Rhodos.
Rhodes is correct, yes. Right, York, your bonuses are the names of 3 more Greek islands as they appear in Greek script. In each case, give the Greek or the English name. Firstly, for 5.
Kefalonia.
No, that's Corfu or Kerkyra. Secondly,
Zakynthos.
no, that's Samothrace or Samothrace. And finally,
Greek islands. Lesbos. Oh, yeah. Lesbos.
Lesbos is right, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Meaning new city. Which word appears in the names of cities in Belarus and Russia, including Russia's 4th largest city, formerly known as Gorky?
York Scobler.
Novgorod.
Novgorod is correct. Your bonuses now, York, are on reference works. Since 1879, James Murray, C.T. Onions and Robert Birchfield have been 3 of the 7 chief editors of which major work of reference?
It was the Oxford English Dictionary, but it's called the New English.
Oxford English Dictionary.
Correct. What was the name of the compiler of the rhyming dictionary first published in 1775, in which the head words are listed in order of reverse spelling from the indefinite article and BAA, bar, through to the word fuzz?
No idea.
It was John Walker. The Encyclopaedia Britannica, now American-owned, was first published from 1768 in which city?
Isn't it like Edinburgh or something like that? I think it's like a Scottish.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh is right. 10 points for this. What links a sheet of paper, all of whose sides are half the length of the corresponding sides of a piece of A4, and a trunk road that connects Luton, Leicester, Derby, Manchester and...
RVC Pope.
A5.
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Leicester, Derby, Manchester and Carlisle.
York Keane.
B5.
It's the A6. 10 points for this. Dr. Lanyon and the lawyer Mr. Utterson are characters used to make important contributions to the narrative structure of which 1886 novel by Robert Louis Stevenson?
York Jones.
Jekyll and Hyde.
The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is right. Your bonuses now are on a culinary spice. Which spice is an essential ingredient of classic bouillabaisse and is used to flavour and colour paella, Milanese risotto, pilau rice and biryani?
Saffron.
Correct. Saffron is made primarily from which precise part of the Asian flower Crocus sativus?
Which precise?
The stamens.
The stigmas. Which relative of the thistle, whose seeds are a source of cooking oil, is known as bastard saffron because its yellow flowers are often used as a cheap substitute for the spice?
Turmeric. Yeah.
Turmeric.
No, it's safflower. 10 points for this. Frustrated by the increased prevalence of proprietary software and spurred on by the inability to obtain source code for the control program of a printer, the American programmer Richard Stallman in 1983 wrote which free software operating system?
York Jones.
Linux.
No, anyone to buzz from the vets?
RVC Anderson.
Shareware.
No, it's GNU. 10 points for this. What is the two-word English name most often used to refer to the building in Paris that has been called Our Lady of the Pipework?
York Keen.
Pompidou Centre.
Pompidou Centre is right. Your bonuses are on wildernesses. They make a wilderness and call it peace. Which Roman historian ascribed these words to the Caledonian leader Calgacus before a battle against Agricola's army?
Tacitus.
Tacitus.
Tacitus is correct. The enclosing a wilderness of idea within a wall of words. What is the author Samuel Butler describing here?
Writing a book or writing it. It might be like the House of Commons or something like that.
I think it's more esoteric than that. Okay. I'm going to go for writing a book.
It's a definition. As I walk through the wilderness of this world, which much reprinted work of 1678 begins with those words?
What was it,
1670.
1670? No. Oh, yeah.
Progress?
It is the Pilgrim's Progress. Plenty of time to get going. Vets, maybe you'll do it with this starter question. Dane, Frenchman, Portuguese and Czech are English terms denoting the citizens of certain EU member states. Which is the only such word that ends in the letter D?
York Jones.
Flemmard.
No. Come on, you've got the floor to yourselves now.
RVC Huntington.
Spaniard.
Yes! Flemmard. Right, your bonuses are on artists. Thomas Girtin, John Sell Cottman and John Robert Cousins were leading English painters at the turn of the 19th century in which medium?
Watercolour painting.
Correct. A group of landscape painters in the early 19th century, including John Crome and John Sell Cottman, formed the nucleus of a celebrated school named after which English city?
Oxford.
No, it's the Norwich School. The English watercolourist Thomas Girtin, who died aged 27 in 1802, inspired the remark, "If Tom Girtin had lived, I should have starved," from which leading artist?
Constable.
No, it was Turner. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear an aria from a well-known opera. 10 points if you can give me the name of the composer.
York Jones.
Puccini.
It is Puccini, yes. O mio bambino caro, from Puccini's opera Gianni Schicchi. You're going to hear 3 more pieces by Puccini now. 5 points if you can give me the name of the opera from which each piece is taken. Firstly...
Turandot?
No, it's La Bohème. Wow. Secondly...
Madame Butterfly?
No, that's from Tosca. And finally... Come on.
Madam Butterfly.
That is Madam Butterfly, yes. 10 points for this. Which primitive insect with a flat body and leathery forewings makes up the order Dictyoptera, together with the praying mantis, and belongs to the mainly tropical family Blattidae?
York Mitchell.
Cockroach.
Correct. Your bonuses are on vaccines, York. The 1950s saw the development of a vaccine called Quadrigen, which combined the DPT vaccine against diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus with a vaccine against which disease?
Measles.
No, it's polio. A vaccine against Hib, or Haemophilus influenza type B, was introduced in the UK and Ireland in 1992, since when the incidence of the bacterial form of which disease has been substantially reduced.
Meningitis.
Correct. The term vaccine itself derives from which animal used by Edward Jenner in his early work on smallpox?
Cow.
Cow is right. Vaca, 10 points for this. Born 1850, which French chemist gives his name to the principle which states that by disturbing a dynamic chemical equilibrium through changing its conditions, the position of equilibrium moves to counteract the change?
York Mitchell.
Lavoisier. Now, anyone want to buzz from the vets?
RVC Huntington.
Le Chatelier.
Correct. Your bonuses are on fiction and the weather. Snow, a novel published in English translation in 2004, is by which Nobel Prize-winning writer?
Peter Lander.
No, it's Orhan Pamuk. The title of which 1976 play by Michael Frayn is a direct translation of Nephelai, the title of a comedy by Aristophanes?
Sorry, we don't know.
That's Clouds. And finally, Rain, a short story set in Samoa, tells of the conflict between a missionary and a prostitute, and is the work of which author, born in 1874?
No, sorry.
That's Somerset Maugham. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as you buzz. On a standard dartboard, what is the highest score that can be achieved with 3 different numbered doubles?
York Keane.
71, sorry. No.
Anyone want to buzz from the vets?
RVC Pope.
114?
Yes, 114, double 20, double 19 and double 18. Right, your bonuses now, vets, are on a sporting event. In July 2007, the newspaper François carried a death notice claiming that which sporting event had died on the 25th of July 2007 at the age of 104 after a long illness?
Tour de France.
Correct. Following several expulsions for doping irregularities, which Spaniard emerged as the winner of the 2007 Tour de France? Come on.
Frank.
Oh, it's Alberto Contador. And finally, what name is given to the individual time trial that immediately precedes stage 1 of the Tour de France, the winner wearing the yellow jersey for the first stage?
Yeah. Prologue.
It is called the prologue, yes. 10 points for this. In 1936, Arthur Ransom's Pigeon Post was the first winner of which literary award? More recent winners have included Meg Rossoff...
RVC Huntington.
Booker Prize.
No, you lose 5 points. Meg Rossoff, Melvin Burgess and Philip Pullman.
York Mitchell.
Whitbread Award.
No, it's the Carnegie Medal. 10 points for this. 1429 AH is equivalent to the year 2008 in which calendar?
RVC Pope.
The Islamic calendar?
That's correct. Your bonuses are on the solar system. Jupiter's 4 largest moons are collectively known as the Galilean satellites, after Galileo Galilei, who observed them in 1610. For 5 points, name 2 of them. Come on.
Io and Ganymede.
Correct. The others are Europa and Callisto. Which of Saturn's moons is the only moon in our solar system to possess a dense atmosphere? Come on.
No, sorry.
It's Titan. In June 2006, the International Astronomical Union approved the names Nix and Hydra for 2 newly discovered satellites of Pluto, orbiting in the same plane as which much larger satellite?
Neptune.
No, it's care on. Right, we're going to take our second picture round. Your picture starter is a photograph of a footballer. 10 points for you if you can name him. Doesn't look as if any of you can.
RVC Pope.
Billy Wright.
You can, yes. He was the first footballer in the world to win 100 international caps. Your picture bonuses are 3 more European players who've won at least 100 caps, 5 points for each of them. Firstly, who's this?
Dino Zoff.
Correct. Secondly, who's this?
Didier Deschamps.
And this?
Jürgen Klinsmann.
Well done. Another starter question. Answer as soon as you buzz. The surname of which 20th century Prime Minister is made by combining the letters that indicate web domains from Austria, East Timor and Estonia, respectively?
York Jones.
Clem Attlee.
Attlee is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on transport legislation. In each case, give me the decade in which the following became law. Firstly, the Motor Vehicle Act, which prescribed registration plates for cars and the issuing of driving licence upon payment of 5 shillings.
Earlier than that, maybe. Okay,
1920s.
No, it was the 1900s, 1903. The Road Traffic Driving Licences Act, which made driving tests compulsory.
1950s.
No, that was the 1930s. And finally, the Road Safety Act, which introduced the breathalyser and the 80-milligram legal alcohol limit for drivers.
1970s.
No, it was the 1960s. 5.5 minutes to go, 10 points for this. The 18th century French geologist Déodat de Gratat de Dolomieu gave his name to the limestone rocks present in which...
RVC Huntington.
Italy.
No, you lose 5 points. In which mountain range?
York Jones.
The Apennines.
No, it's the Dolomites. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as you buzz. How many nanometers are there in 1 micrometre?
RVC Huntington.
1,000.
Yes. Your bonuses are on a region of Italy, RVC. Which region, whose principal towns include Bari and Brindisi, is known as the heel of the Italian boot?
Puglia.
Yes, that's correct, Apulia. Now, a major ferry port. Which city in Apulia marked the end of the Roman road known as the Via Appia?
Naples.
No, it's Brindisi, or Brindisium. Which city in Apulia gives its name to a type of poisonous spider and the frenzied dance thought to cure the symptoms of its bite?
Nominate Scally.
The Macarena.
Nice try, but completely wrong. No, it's Taranto. 10 points for this. Flevoland, North Brabant, Gelderland and Limburg are among the provinces of which?
York Keen.
The Netherlands.
Correct. Your bonuses are on biology, York. Proposed by Singer and Nicholson in the early 1970s, the fluid mosaic model describes which cellular structure?
The cell membrane.
Yes, OK, plasma membrane. The term glycolipid is the general name given to a membrane lipid combined with which type of molecule?
A glycoprotein.
No, it's carbohydrate is what I'm looking for. Which steroid alcohol is the most abundant in the plasma membrane of animal cells? Let's have it.
Ethyl acetate.
No, it's cholesterol. 3.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. Stephen Timms, Andy Burnham and Yvette Cooper are recent holders of which cabinet position, ranking immediately below that of Chancellor of the Exchequer?
York Keen.
The Treasury Secretary.
Chief Secretary to the Treasury is correct, yes. Your bonuses now are on fictional buildings. The opening paragraphs of which 19th century novel inform the reader that Thrushcross Grange has been rented out to a Mr. Lockwood?
Oh, that's Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights.
Correct. Which fictional house in Essex lends its name to the first of a series of novels for teenagers by K.M. Peyton, the books having been adapted for television in the late 1970s?
Green Gables. Yeah, it could be.
Green Gables.
No, it's Flambards. Lancre Castle, described as having been built by an architect who'd heard of Gormenghast but hadn't got the budget, is the creation of which writer?
What was the name of it? Lancre Castle. Lancre.
Come on.
Don't know.
No idea.
It's Terry Pratchett, 2.5 minutes to go, 10 points for this. My name is Mike Engelby and I am in my second year at an ancient university is the opening line of a novel of 2007 by which author?
York Jones.
Sebastian Faulks.
Sebastian Faulks is correct. Your bonuses are on renewable energy projects. Between 1998 and 2001, the Power Project aimed to assess the potential within the EU of what specific type of wind power?
Turbines.
No, it's offshore. In March 2007, Europe's first commercial concentrated solar power plant was opened near which city of southern Spain?
Yeah, Cordoba.
No, it's Seville. In autumn 2007, one of the world's largest tidal energy projects was unveiled when Alex Salmond opened the new testing facility at the European Marine Energy Centre on which group of Scottish islands?
Yeah, I think it is. I know it's Shetland.
Come on.
Shetland.
No, it's Orkney. 10 points for this. Used by Edward Elgar as the title for his 5 marches for orchestra, which of Shakespeare's tragedies is the source of the phrase pomp and circumstance?
York Mitchell.
King Lear.
Anyone want to buzz from the Royal Veterinary College? It's Othello. 10 points for this. Symbolics, Think, Northrop, Xerox and IBM were in 1985 to 86 among the first to register as holders of what now ubiquitous 3-letter tag?
RVC Pope.
www.
No. Anyone want to buzz from York?
York Mitchell.
PLC.
No, it's .com. 10 points for this. Examples of what literary form include Bartleby by Herman Melville, The Lottery by Shirley Jackson, and The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin?
York Jones.
Novellas.
Anyone want to buzz from the Royal Veterinary College? It's the short story. 10 points for this. What 8-letter term does the United Nations use for a city or metropolitan area with a population of more than 10 million?
York Jones.
Conurbation.
Anyone want to buzz from the Veterinary College?
RVC Huntington.
Metropolis.
It's a megacity. 10 points for this. Located on the celestial equator near Gemini and Taurus, which constellation contains the stars Betelgeuse, Bellatrix and Rigel?
RVC Pope.
Orion.
Yes. Your bonuses bets are on London. Which London? And at the Gong, the Royal Veterinary College have 95. The University of York have 215. I don't think we can call it a close match, Royal Veterinary College, but it was an entertaining match, and I'm sorry you didn't get more of a chance to show us what you're made of, really. There was too much shrugging in the conferring, I thought. Anyway, York, 215, very good score from you. We shall look forward to seeing you in the next stage of the contest. I hope you can join us next time. Until then, though, it's goodbye from the Royal Veterinary College.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from the University of York.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
How do you fancy steamed sea bass in beer? Chinese food made easy gets fresh in Scotland next. Then can a Cambridge rock band get the backing of the Dragons in a brand new series of Dragon's Den back on BBC 2 at 9?